Kamusta? Isang mapagpalang umaga, tanghali, gabi sa inyong lahat. May gusto lang akong ibahagi. I just want to share something with you. Well, anyway, so it started 2 weeks ago. Bumibili ako ng ng regalo sa mga tito ko. At ang naisip kong regalo is relo. At tapos gusto kong hanapin yung litrato noong unang panahon na meron silang kuha na magkakapatid. Tapos pati nga ako napasama na sa gilid. So noong kabataan nila, isang memorable na sama-sama din at that time ng buong pamilya, Beltran family. Anyway, so ang gusto kong ibahagi doon is yung parang yung oras, kasi nandoon yung mga tito ko, tapos yung tatay nila, yung lolo ko, tapos tas ako nasa gilid pa napasama. So na ano ko, kasi parang yung tatlo doon na mayapa na, tapos yung dalawang tito ko, yung bunso at saka yung isang pangatlo ba sa pangatlo, ang gusto kong bahagi parang yung oras, gaano ka-importante ang oras. Ang biro ko pa nga sa kanila nilalagas na yung puno, tatlo na lang yung natitira dyan, parang ganun. Tapos sa isip-isip ko syempre we're all gonna go there, you know, so parang isip ko, sino kaya mauuna rito, parang ganun, di ba? But yun ang biro ko sa kanila, nilalagas na yung puno, parang ganun. So meaning, just appreciate your time here on earth. Anyways, week before that, ang mga nagiging prayers ko is para bang, Lord, talk to me again, you know. I miss your voice, and talk to me. Di ba sabi nga sa Bible na He will accompany those believers with signs and wonders, ganon, miracles, right? So hindi may ibig sabihin ng signs and wonders, ibig sabihin para bang merong babagsak na apoy sa kalangitan at ito, sometimes in your own personal way. So anyways, isa prayers ko, isa rin yun sa pagtutunan kong pansin yung oras, no? And that's why binili ko yung relo at saka yung litrato, pinaprint ko, pinalakihan ko para ibigay sa kanila as a gift, and just to remind them that time is precious, and you know, we should make the most of it, you know, sa buhay natin habang nandito tayo. Anyway, so naibigay yun, natuwa naman sila, which is good. So dalawang gusto kong ibahagi actually. Isa yung nangyari kahapon, at yung pangalawa yung kanina lang. Okay, habang naglilinis ako. So yung una, kahapon sabi ko, nako, meron akong 15 minutes pa. Usually meron akong half an hour to spend time with the Bible, to read, to start my day, before I start my day. But anyway, so I was a little bit late, so I only had 15 minutes, 10 minutes max. So I'm like, okay, you know what, instead na basahin ko, kasi ganoon ako parang hindi ko binabasa yung Bible ng randomly. Binabasa ko yun ng, you know, kung saan ako natapos the last time. Let's say it's a Psalm, and then pupunta ako ngayon nasa Matthew ako, and then pupunta ako sa kabila, nasa Ephesians ako, and then babalik ako sa Isaiah, and then pupunta ako sa pinakaunahan, which is the Chronicles yata. So anyway, so sabi ko, wala akong oras, 10 minutes lang. So ano bang pipiliin ko? Yung doon sa Ephesians, sa Matthew, or doon sa Psalm? You know what, I'm gonna go with the Psalm for now, because I wanna parang parang we can relate to those people before us, right? So sabi ko, Psalm muna, Psalm. So nagpunta ako sa Psalm, book of Psalms, and then may binasa nga ako doon sa susunod na babasahin ko, which is ang tumatak naman sa akin is yung my times are in your hand, parang ganun. So may correlation siya dun sa sa nangyayari sa buhay ko, in a way na yun nga, tulad nun, pinagtutunan ko ng pansin yung oras, even to the point na gusto kong bahagi yung precious moment na yon, yung oras na yon, na ang napili ko pang regalo sa mga uncle ko is yung relo at yung priceless and timeless photo na they had when they were younger, with the whole family, and how time flies, how time passed by so fast. So anyways, yun nga. So sabi ko, yun ang tumatak sa akin. So my times are in your hand. And I'm like, wow Lord, tumatak sa akin yun. I even highlighted it na okay, para makandaan ko when I go back to it in the future, matandaan ko na ito yung wisdom na ibinigay niya sa akin, ito yung sinabi niya sa akin at the time. So I felt like God talked to me through that verse. So I'm like, okay, that's good. And you know, stubborn ako tsaka hard-headed ako. So alam ng Panginoon yun, syempre. And sometimes He gotta talk to me multiple times for me to be convinced na, you know, He's speaking to me. But you know, no doubt na I know that He's speaking to me. It's just that I want more proof. Diba? Parang ganon. So, yun nga, my times are in your hands. Parang ganon. So anyways, nung lunch ko, sabi ko, okay, mag-scroll nga muna ako sa habang kumakain, nag-scroll ako sa Facebook. And then, na-stumble ko nga itong, galing sa My Daily Bread na site. At nagulat ako dahil parang naano ako na parang nakalagay doon, I trust in you, O God, for my times are in your hand. The exact verse. And I'm like, okay, here we go again. Kumbaga, like, it feels really, really, really good, because that's what He's been doing to me. Like, whenever He talks to me in the form of, like, yung ganun nga, sa pagbabasa, sometimes he's gonna talk to you in audible, and sometimes dun sa pagbabasa, like, he's gonna accompany you with signs and wonders, and, you know, parang ganun. So, that's one of the signs, right? But anyways, in your own personal way. So, natutuwa ako kasi parang, wow Lord, you know, you spoke to me again, you know, you speak to me. So, nakakatuwa. And then, so sabi ko, okay, and then to the point na inano ko ngayon sa Facebook dahil gusto ko maalala yan in the future. Parang ganun. And the reason why I'm doing this right now too, dahil, you know, I can always, kumbaga, it's like my public diary, and I can always go back, you know, parang ganun. At saka isa lang ang site, kumbaga, which is YouTube. I have my own YouTube channel, and I put everything there. It's like vlogs, my personal testimonies, experiences, places, you know, just a public diary, right? Anyway, so that's one thing. And yung pangalawa kong ano ngayon, eto na na-reveal niya sa akin. Ang pagkakaintindi ko kasi dati doon sa sinasabi sa in the New Testament, yung sinasabi niya na whoever gives, or whoever, ano pa yun, parang sinasabi na kung sino ang magbigay ng kapalit o pasalamat sa prophet will have a prophet's rewards, and kung sino man ang magbigay even ng malamig na tubig sa least of my disciples or least of my people certainly will not lose his reward. Parang ganon, di ba? So sabi ko, okay, so in a way, ang pagkakaintindi ko para bang yun ay para sa mga bigatin, meaning sa mga, you know, pagka sa prophets, sa mga teachers, sa mga ganito ganyan. At yung least, ano yung ibig sabihin ng least? Naisip ko, ano yung ibig sabihin ng least? Least na walang masyadong parang katungkulan sa kanyang kaharian. Kumbaga, simpleng mamamayan sa kanyang kingdom, like us, right? So, and then kung sino nagbigay o tumulong sa tao na yon, sa least of the, ng kanyang mga people, certainly will not lose their reward, right? Anyways, so that could be parang masasabi natin na, you know what, ito ay, let's say, okay, so sa asawa, let's just say meron hindi pagkakaintindihan, no? Okay, so meron tayong hindi pagkakaintindihan, but teka lang, naghanap ako ng parking. Nakahanap tayo, Brad. But ang ano ko parang so let's say may hindi kayo pagkakaintindihan, and kanina lang ang pinapakinggan ko is yung kay Paul Washer na, you know, like, ano ba talaga ang katungkulan ng tao? Lahat tayo may katungkulan, pero sa iba-ibang paraan. Let's say bilang asawa, meron kang katungkulan to mamatay para sa asawa mo. Meaning, pagsilbihan siya. Meaning, just serve her as Christ served the church. Die for her as Christ died for the bride. Parang gano'n, di ba? So, kung meron man kami hindi pagkakaintindihan, wala namang masama sa ginagawa. Kunwari wala namang masama sa ginagawa ng asawa ko. But yet, meron kami hindi pagkakaintindihan. At sa tingin ko, tama yung ginawa ko o walang mali sa ginawa ko. Sa kanya, nasaktan siya. So basically, one way of para magkaayos na, iintindihin ko rin siyempre yung ibig niya sabihin, naiintindihan ko naman. But at the same time, tayong mga lalaki, ang magbibigay way. Kasi yun ang parang inutos sa atin, di ba? Magbibigay ng way para magkaroon ng kapayapaan sa relasyon. You know? And that's one way of and kung hindi natin i-deny yung sarili natin in a way, kahit alam natin na may tama tayo at sa tingin nila ay mali, yes, i-correct pa rin natin. We will talk in a way na magkakaintindihan, but at the same time, hindi ko na ipaglalaban yung tama yung ganitong ginawa ko, parang ganun. Let it go. Sabi nga kung ano man yung naka-offense sa inyo, let it go, and that's your crown, kumbaga, by letting that offense not to bother you, or letting that offense na hindi na kumbaga. But anyway, so nung naano ko yun, sabi ko, okay, so in order for me to like let it go, I have to deny myself. And utos naman ng Panginoon yun. And at the same time, men will always initiate. Kumbaga, sabi ko nga, ang philosophy ko na ngayon is that we cannot control other people, but you can control ourselves, di ba? Parang ganun. So whatever the outcome may be, or the case may be, at the end of the day, it is between you and God, and you're not gonna be mistaken if lahat ng ginagawa mo, you offer it to Him, and lahat ng ginagawa mo para sa Kanya. At the end of the day, you will be blameless before Him, and you will have peace with men. So, sa akin parang, okay, so I have to deny myself. Alam ko naman wala namang ginawa, ganyan. But yet, I just want to pursue peace, because kapag walang kapayapaan sa isip natin, magulo ang puso natin, basically, we cannot pray to God. And in order for us to pray to God, we have to forgive people. In order for us to pray to God, kailangan nating iwanan yung altar na yon, puntahan yung tao, have peace with them, go back to the altar, and offer everything that you want to offer God, diba? Parang ganun. So anyway, so natapos yun, still pursuing peace, ganito ganyan, okay, that's fine. And then this morning yan na talagang parang yung message talagang para sa akin you have to die for your bride, parang ganoon. What's your use, kumbaga? You have, at the same time, there's devil that is talking to me about, you know what I mean, like ginagamit din niya, tinutwist niya yung salita ng Panginoon na para bang you guys are called to live in peace. So kung walang kapayapaan, you might as well just separate, parang ganun. Nakakatakot nga. But anyways, dahil sa alam ko ang boses ng kalaban, at alam ko rin ang boss ng ating Panginoong Ama, wow. So basically, I get more, I go to my Father more. Now, oh Lord, like, I know it's a battle. Thank you for this battle, kasi it's for my spiritual growth. I will not have the same battle as I had when I was younger, kasi that's not gonna matter to me anymore dahil I'm not gonna grow there. I already know, diba? I already defeated that, kumbaga. So I will have challenges, I will have battles, I will have things na totally new to me, so that I can always rely on God, and to follow Him in that path. But anyways, so yung sinasabi ko na pangalawang ko is that yung paano ka makapagbibigay ng tubig to the least of His people. Eto pala yun. Simpleng-simple. We can apply that to anyone, anybody. We can apply that sa akin, yung sa aking personal I can apply that by denying myself and pursuing peace. At the same time, knowing na yung let's say yung asawa ko, knowing that we have this agreement, but because for the sake of peace, I have to deny myself, which is may tama din naman, meron point din yung ibig niya sabihin sa kanyang point of view. So there's nothing wrong with it. It's not like what she's thinking is wrong. It's right. It's just though it's magkaiba lang ang way namin. So iyaan ako ba dahil lalaki na ba ako pag sabi ko, ito ang gawin natin, parang gano'n. It's not like that. Kumbaga, iintindihin natin yung naiintindihan ng taong nasaktan, and in that way you learn more about her, and at the same that person could be your husband, your wife, your sister, your brother, gano'n. Always have to be like kung ano nararamdaman ng ibang taong niyon. And syempre, tinetest din yung patience ko, and how are you gonna have more patience? And syempre, by practicing to have more, di ba? Pagka nawawala ng patience, yun yung pinapractice, ini-stretch mo yung patience mo eh. So, doon ka mag-grow, di ba? But anyway, so, ang gusto kong i-point out is that yung paano ka mapagbibigay ng malamig na tubig doon sa taong mamamayan or anak ng Panginoon din. By simply, pursuing peace, make sure na ipa-feel natin sa kanila they are loved and that they are being taken care of. And alam din naman nila yan eh. I mean, they're not, batalay na rin yung mga yan. But I'm just saying lang na between me and God, then that's what I have to do. By denying myself, kumbaga hindi ko na ipag-alaban yung way ko, kasi may tama rin naman siya. It's not about winning or losing. It's just that paano mo mapangalagaan yung peace, yung comfort, yung pamumuhay ng taong sa tingin niya or feeling niya nasaktan siya because of kung ano man. Then, by doing that, and how are we doing that? By denying ourselves, and at the same time by assuring or letting them be assured na they are being taken care of, that they are being loved, that they are understood, that we care about their thoughts and opinions. And by doing that, and I'm gonna keep on emphasizing this, na you have to deny yourself. That's one way to grow, by denying yourself. That's one way to follow Christ, by denying yourself. And by doing that, yun ay parang nagbigay ka na rin ng malamig na tubig dun sa the least of the apostles of Christ. So least ng mga anak niya. Not least, pero lahat naman tayo anak niya. Walang least, walang ano. Pero sinasabi lang is that, yung iba kasi yung sa, if you give thanks or whatever to a prophet, because he is a prophet, you'll get the rewards as the prophets. Parang ganon. But anyways, sa mga katulad natin na simpleng mamamayan sa kingdom ng Panginoon, pag nagbigay tayo ng tubig, sa katulad din natin na feel hurt or ganito ganyan, that's one way of giving them water, and certainly we will not lose a reward, meaning magandang ginawa mo, and there's a blessing in it, parang ganun. So yun yung dalawang kahapon yung time, nakaka-amaze din yun eh. Pangalawa yung kanina nga, yung ganun. So my point is, God is with us at all times. He knows exactly. Kumbaga sinasabi nga yan sa salita niya, di ba? He knows every details of your life. Parang ganun. So, yun lang nakakaano. Ang medyo challenge nga lang doon is that yung to be in His presence, because we are being occupied with a lot of things. But if we were gonna focus on Him more, kaya nga sasabi niya seek His kingdom first. Di ba? Parang ganun, everything will be given to you as well. Kasi yun nga yun eh. Kumbaga, in order for you to walk with Him, you have to be in His will. Diba? And how do we do that? By to the best of our ability, just follow His word to the best of your ability. You don't have to follow the whole thing in the Bible. That's hard. And that's a lifetime commitment. But, kung ano yung kino-convict niya sa'yo, yung instruct niya sa'yo, follow that. And, along that way, maramdaman mo yung presence niya, at saka yung tanong mo, o yung sagot sa prayers mo, you will have it. So yun lang gusto kong i-share kasi nakakatuwa dahil especially at bago ako makipag-usap sa mga tao sa I always talk to him first, so that I know how to act accordingly. Kasi parang yan parang hindi naman tayo makikipag-usap sa tao ng mukha tayong busabos or whatever. Kailangan medyo presentable tayo, kahit kanino tao presentable tayo, at maayos tayong makausap o maayos tayong that's one thing to face people, so that kumbaga yun yung parang let's talk to God first, so that our minds, ang pananalita natin, kumbaga dressed appropriately, kumbaga nga and then face the world, kumbaga. So yun yung dalawa kong testimony na at natutunan at nakapagbigay ng galak sa puso ko, those two things na I just wanna share it with you guys. Okay, magtatrabaho na ulit ako. Peace.